Welcome back, everybody. What was that?
Hello, Swedish chef.
Oh, I did kind of like, it was a little Swedish chef there. I will not argue with that one. I didn't realize. All right. So. Yeah.
Anyway, I was gonna do.
Dawn, other last bit of information about the Ashuria. You know that they once held a lot more influence, though the Muslim faith has been growing, the worship of Islam, they have not in more recent years. Their power has scaled back. They're still a very powerful force in this region, but, you know, as comparable, they're nothing like the Camarilla or the Sabbat. They probably would have been much more of a actual, like, you know, equivalent to them back in the day.
Mm. Okay.
So, that's kind of the basics of the information? No. So what's the plan now? You've made a meeting with them. I went over the bit of information that you did know. Who do you want to contact about this?
Harish, no.
Maybe not.
Charles, no.
Charles.
Never. Not unless it'll get him killed.
Probably won't.
Yeah, sadly, no. Well, I guess the first thing we can do is we can talk to the, to Nasty Beef. and see what his thoughts are. Mm-hmm. As he is one of the oldest Ventru I am aware of.
True.
Good plan. I like this plan.
Alright, you can once again contact him. Nashim? I think it was Nashim. God.
Nashti Nabeth.
Nashti.
That's why it's Nashti.
Yes.
Nasty beef.
Alright, he'll allow for you to have a meeting with him at some point. He'll call you in and be he'll speak with you for a bit. So, what is it that you are contacting me for then?
Well, as a powerful Ventru, I was looking for your opinion on something that Antara ibn Shaddad ibn Amr has asked, which is to join the Camarilla, and for one of the Assamite elders to have a seat on the council.
Interesting. I did not expect him to ask for such a thing. Things must
Nor
be
did
more
I.
dire in his clan than I assumed. I heard rumors of dangers, but unfortunately, I doubt my opinion would be helpful in this. You remember, I am not of Camarilla. Nor do I have any interest in joining the clan proper, with the rest of the clan proper in this case. We here of Cairo are our own. A time for the Camarilla. As much as I would like to maintain good peace with my brethren, which I do, we are not of your Sabbat.
True.
So we oftentimes follow very similar laws to what you do here in Cairo. But that does not mean we are directly involved in your politics. We have our own here, a crossroads of many cultures.
I was more asking based on your experience both in the city in general and with Antara specifically, as you must have interacted with them at least to some degree as prominent members of different groups in the same city. Do you think this is an incredibly risky proposition? Do you think this will upset balances here in the city that you do not wish upset?
In the city here directly? Hard to say. As I said, your people have an influence here to a degree. More influence? I do not think the prince would stop it. As to each of the Banu, each of the bays have their own way of doing things. And should one wish to give thanks to the Camarilla, it is not for us to say no. You forget, those are the Yashkor, those are the Al-Sa'idi, give thanks to greater beings than themselves to begin with. The Assamites have always had word over Assamites. If they now would be split and on their own, it makes no difference. The Setis always give to the Setis. It is just groups like ourselves which are separate, and some of the others, a few of the others.
So, do you think there is any danger to the Camarilla? Or
There's always danger in any deal you make. You seek
Cool.
the addition of new membership, of rebellion, in a way. Does not warrant danger in it inherently. Danger that the rest of the clan will be unhappy. But how much friends were you with the rest of the clan? And how many will be joining? If you seek advice in this case, that is what I can give you. Feel their numbers. Is it worthy of what you seek?
thank you kindly.
Yes.
Would you be willing to set up a meeting with the True Bruja in Alaraya?
I could see.
I would appreciate that as well.
I would have to contact the proper person. But I can see. Good luck.
Thank you kindly.
Alright.
All right.
Alright, what's your plan now?
Well, depending on how long we were expecting to wait, I'll probably call Helena,
Okay.
and we can also see how Ryan's doing.
Oh yeah.
Alright, yeah. Ryan will be around, you know, he'll be like, oh, yeah, it's great, some tours in the city. Really nice, the pyramids. I got no
Have you
kind of...
found any ley lines yet?
Oh yeah, there's plenty. There's some dangerous areas too. I've been trying to avoid them. Be careful when you're heading over towards Giza. I tracked some dangerous lines, sensed some dangerous things. Managed to meet with some very nice locals too. Turns out some of them are willing to speak, even to a person like me.
Really?
Oh yeah, you see, this group of, you know, it took me a while to negotiate with them, but our good mutual friend, that, you know, I mentioned his name, helped a lot. Sebastian.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. There's a group of bone gnawers in the town. Unfortunately, I was tracking down the ley lines and had to inform them that, of what was going on. And, it took a while in negotiation to keep things, peaceful. It's kind of when you're created by a company that, originally was servants of the worm and all, you kind of get a little bit of mistrust.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
did you acquire new trousers, or did you even need to?
For a minute I thought I might, but fortunately they were very friendly to begin with. They looked at me more like a tourist. And, surprisingly, very friendly to begin with. So it seems like they're not the only group here in town. They're more on the eastern side of town, keeping things on the peaceful side here. But they did give me a warning. Turns out, there's, unfortunately, a great group of our good old friends, the Black Spirals, in town here, too.
Oh.
There's 3 points of ley lines in the city. At least that are known currently. There might be more. I was unable to find them directly because, tracking them down the exact center, not an easy task. Luckily, I was tracking down the one that seems to be under the control of the Glasswalkers.
Huh?
That's the one that I kind of ran into them with. If I'd gone after the ones that apparently a group under, I think they were bone gnawers, probably wouldn't have gone too well. And especially
Weren't the bone gnawers the one you were introduced to?
Oh, no. Those are Glasswalkers. They're that's what Sebastian is. He's all like werewolves that understand how to use Garu. You understand to use modern day and all. Yeah. Unfortunately, the third one, which is somewhere to the west of Giza, that's all that it's known from. Well, that one's a little bit worse. There's supposed to be a black spiral pit somewhere over that way.
Ah. And you said that's west of Giza?
Oh, yeah, somewhere to the west of Giza is where it said. And, I believe, you had found out that, Endron International was here?
Yes.
They are the subsidiary of Pentex that deals with oil.
Ah.
That makes a great deal of sense.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. They have one of their headquarters here.
Hmm.
They also have a new pipeline in the area.
Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm. Oil, Middle East. Yep. Evil company.
Well, first of all, congratulations on not soiling yourself. You're getting much better at that. I owe you a drink when you return. But you've been enjoying yourself otherwise?
Oh, yeah.
Neat.
I was able to find a few bit of other things out about the local populations.
Ooh.
Yeah. Turns out, Ratkin in the city, rumor has it, they're on good terms with the snake vampires.
Oh.
Those are the
Followers of Set.
cities.
with the power of Serpentis.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm. That is the clan discipline. It sounds very snaky.
All right.
Oh, and rumor has it, there's a group of mages in town too.
Any idea what sort?
No real idea. Again, it's just because Glasswalkers have some ears to the ground on more what's going on. less the entire, murder all other supernatural things that some of the Garu have.
Makes sense. All right. Sounds great. You are doing wonderful work. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Sure.
If you have the opportunity, if you could find where that pipeline is and see if maybe there's a ley line that it follows or is near it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Maybe they're using that to get to their pit.
Mm-hmm.
I can look into that.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I'll try to find the... What was it called? Oh, yeah! Hive of the Thrashing Serpents.
The what now?
Yeah. Yeah. Hive of the Thrashing Serpents.
What? Why is what called that?
If a cairn is controlled by black spiral dancers, it's often referred to as a hive.
Ah. And it's the hive of what now?
It's the hive of the Thrashing Serpent.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I would recommend not getting terribly close. And they might be watching out for it, so be very careful, Ryan.
Will do.
Excellent. All right.
Calling them hives, they're very insecty.
Ugh.
Yuck.
Mm-hmm. I love how they describe the idea of the hive, whether they're toxic hellholes or just places hidden underground.
Or both.
Or both.
Okay. Well then, let's give a call to Helena. Prince Helena, not the other one.
Helena Penard's line, Masquerade speaking.
You may.
Click.
Well, now I thought it would with that line,
Helena Penard's number, Masquerade speaking.
You may.
Speak your name, or I'm gonna hang up again.
Ah, Nathan.
Oh. Hi, Nathan. What do you want?
Hello, Charles. I don't actually want anything. However, I'm sure Helena is interested in my report.
I'm sure she is. Let me get you on the line with her. Please hold.
Thank you.
You'll be on hold for 15 minutes.
It's alright. I already know he's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised it was only 15 minutes.
He didn't want to hold up the line all night. Someone important might call.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like his mother.
Ooh.
Oh.
Snap. Anyway. Alright. So you will get Helen on the line. Ah. Nathan.
My
What
prince.
What can I do for you today?
Well, I have found my way to, or one path, to the information that I seek, and that path might lead some Assamites back into the Camarilla.
Explain.
An Assamite here in Cairo is looking into knows of an elder in the city that wishes to remain undiscovered but is willing to put me in contact with them so that I may further our goals of learning more about these cups.
Mm-hmm.
However, he also would like a seat on the Camarilla's council. He or one of his associates.
Interesting.
The local Ventru, Nashtina Beth, has indicated that he doesn't see any hidden dangers involved in inviting them to the council, as...
How much of the clan do you think would follow this man?
I do not know exactly. He indicated that it was a small group, however, that the Ashuria would be part of the group.
Dealings with the Ashuria are powerful in that region. What was the name of this Asamite you spoke of?
Antara ibn Shaddad ibn Amr.
From reports I heard, I believe he was the man that negotiated our current peace with the Ashuria. Our current dealings.
That makes sense, as he is aligned with them.
So he's attempting to use this to get at least a portion of his clan into the Camarilla.
That is my understanding.
Rumors were something was going on with his clan. A split, you think?
That seems to be the indication.
This is something I'll have to bring up to more important members than myself of the Camarilla. You're going to have to give it a little time. Take us at least a week to make a decision.
That makes sense. I'm also looking into other paths towards my goal.
Well, good luck to you. And
Thank you.
I will look into this possibility. If we can both be a go-between in this case, you, my representative in Egypt, it might mean a lot for us within the Camarilla.
Excellent.
Stay on
How
good
did-
terms with the man.
That's my fervent goal. How did the meeting with your Lasombra friend go?
It went well. As things stand now, there might be some changes in the Camarilla.
Oh,
A lot has been going on as of late, and both good and bad.
Anything I might need to watch out for here in Egypt?
Possibly. Currently, I would say no. It's just there's been some rumblings with certain members. As you know, the Bruges have always been split between the Camarilla and the Anarchs. The Anarchs have always been under us. Unfortunately, some recent events have strained what's been going on with the Bruges. Two important members of their clan have been killed as of recent. Hardestat and Jan Peterson. Hardestat being... These two
I
were...
recognize that name.
Oh, they are not, they're not Bruges directly. But Bruges
I
Rebel
thought Hardstadt was one of the founders.
of Betty's Venture. So, I'm sorry. They were working with the Bruja elders. A number of rebels from within them, the clan, killed them recently. A man named Theo Bell led them.
Theo Bell led the Bruja rebels?
Theo Bell has now joined with a group of anarchs and sided with them. We fear that the anarchs might be attempting to form their own sect in a way, something more powerful. For a long time, they've been under us.
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
So, this is me clarifying. Who got murdered?
The two that got murdered were Hardestad and Jan Peterson, two powerful Ventrue. Hardestad the younger...
Hardestad.
Yeah.
So Hardestad, not the one that's one of the founders, but a different one.
Hardestad the elder was his sire.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. So basically, like, Hardestad the elder, the founder, his child got killed. And Jan Peterson, who was his child, also got killed. So, like, 2 generations under the elder. The younger's child. That's been causing some problems. There's also a Justicar Xavier left the inner circle just a few weeks ago.
Was that the Bruja
No.
Justicar? Oh.
That's the gangrel Justicar.
What was the name again?
Xavier. He's declared himself and any that follow him as independents of all the sects. No one knows why he's done this. But rumors are stirring that a good portion of the gangrel within our group, within the Camarilla, will follow him. Be careful what you say to Emil. As much as I don't want to force him to stay with you, I'd rather he take the choice with a more heartened.
Understood.
Same with Dawn. There are plenty that have already said that they will stay with us on both of those clans. But I fear that the vast majority of each one will fall. Their seats might be jeopardized. Another group might be required. The deal with the Sombra seems like it will go through. That might strengthen us again. And a deal with the Assamites would also do the same.
Indeed. All right.
One more thing to warn you of, though. I have heard some interesting rumors of another thing that might be happening. And, I hope it's not going to be too dangerous. Something's going on with the set, the followers. Some form of reorganization, it seems like. I don't know what that will mean for them. But Just be on guard.
Very well.
She'll hang up then.
Thank you, my prince. I hope to have more information for you next we speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish you the best in your endeavors as well.
Thank you. Good luck.
Click. Ah, well, fuck.
But while I take it.
Indeed. So, our immediate issue...
Well, one thing I will note to you. Your prince doesn't know Dawn as True Bruja. And True Bruja are separate clan, technically. They're a mild bloodline. So, it's up to you what you want to say to Dawn.
Yep. So, the immediate issue, Helena is asking more important people, as I assume she might, but it will take a week to hear back on whether we will be able to trade a seat at the council, so to speak, for the meeting with the elder that they're hoping for. That's the good news.
Oh.
Yes. As it turns out, it appears that... let me look. I wrote it down. Where is it? Okay. Let's see. Apparently there is going to be an upset or potential reorganization because something is happening within the followers of Set. Who, I will remind you, are some of the people we're considering asking for information here.
Oh.
So, that will be assuredly a fun time, and our prince has requested that we stay on guard around them, which means stay more on guard around them than we would have normally.
Yep.
So that's frustrating.
Another just note quickly, if you're thinking about it, Nefertiti is is a follower of Set, but you think of her as being an elder, she's probably more independent with her little group there than the main clan. So something might have been already going on when you met with her. She doesn't give a flying rat's butt.
I kind of thought that because this city is sort of its own little
Nexus.
community.
Mm-hmm. So also, like, whatever's going on with the followers, they might not be showing here.
Right. And so, that leads to the other, well, let's see, are there any other things? No. I did pass along all of the stuff that Ryan told me, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so, who would like to go first?
Excuse you?
First with what?
Well, something regarding each of your clans. Or, in your case, Dawn, your adopted sort of clan. The Bruja and the Gangrels.
What's going on with the Gangrels?
Well, it appears that your Justicar, I wrote it down somewhere, Xavier, left and declared himself independent. And apparently there are a number of Gangrels who have left the Camarilla with him to be independent of both, or rather all, the Anarchs, the Camarilla, and the Sabbat.
Yeah. Gangrel are very spread out. There's a group that are in the Anarchs, a group that were in the Sabbat, but now there's an independent group.
What's a Justicar?
Justicar is like a Camarilla leader of the clan.
Okay.
I thought the Justicar was the enforcer.
Actually, they might have been the enforcer. Yeah, let me just check.
For the inner circle.
Let me just check my...
Oh no,
terms.
you're right. The Archons are the...
Yeah. Yeah. Justicar is the visible part of Camarilla's government.
Oh, okay.
They're the eyes, ears, and hands of the inner circle. No one knows who the inner circle is. The inner circle is known to exist, but it's like no one knows much about it. Justicars are the people that are like the surface level government.
Okay. So they would presumably know who the inner circle was, or at least their contact.
Mm-hmm.
So someone who's privy to the inner circle left and joined their own. Okay, I can see why that's a problem.
Yeah. He just left and went, we're our own clan now, independent. There aren't many independent clans. So that's why it's like a very brash move.
Mm-hmm. And the person who did this, who was it?
Xavier.
Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know him?
You've probably heard of him as being in the Camarilla. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I just heard of him. He's not like someone who I've met or anything.
Yes.
Okay. 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 So character. Okay, so that sounds bad, but it doesn't quite sound like my problem. What's the issue with this?
Well, the question is whether there's an issue with this or not.
Got it.
And that, in fact, is my question to you.
I do not know. I have never met Xavier. Unless I get a name of someone who I know who left with him, I wouldn't necessarily know what kind of reasons or goals they may have.
All right. So your intention is to continue to assist in this particular endeavor?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
If that changes, I would very much appreciate maybe a day's worth notice.
Very well. I don't...
If you want to follow your clan, basically, I think he's asking, let him know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean... Someone
More
would have
so-
to convince me. I'm not as in touch with my clan as others are with theirs.
It's more so that if you plan to betray me, or the Camarilla, or otherwise, regardless of your intentions towards me or the Camarilla, you assist with our goals for a day before allowing any plans of yours to come to fruition.
Sure.
Excellent.
I will agree to this.
I will as well. Which brings us to Dawn. So, apparently, there are also some Bruja rebels. As far as I'm aware, they are not true Bruja.
Okay.
And they murdered two... Are they both elders? Would they both be considered elders?
They were elders, yeah.
Murdered two Ventru elders.
Ooh.
And then joined with the Anarchs.
Oh. Ah.
I am aware that you had... I desperately hope that you had nothing to do with this. And I choose to believe that. They have since joined with the Anarchs. And so, essentially, I ask you the same question. What are your thoughts?
Jesus, how many of them did it take to kill a fucking elder?
It doesn't take a lot if you make a really good plan. Elders are usually very cautious, but if you can come up with a really good plan... I'm sorry, explosions. Explosions, lots of fire. There are plenty of ways to kill an elder very quickly.
Also, if they're not expecting it.
Like, the Sombra Elder you fought, he was looking for a fight. That's probably the only reason he survived the explosion. He was ready for a fight. If he wasn't ready for a fight, it's when that guy went to the hotel, he knew the surprise might not work. If you are like going to kill someone and they are not aware they're your enemy, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I'm good with absolutely nothing to do with Bruges. Like, I don't have the best pass with any of them, to be fair.
I think you are an excellent example of the best aspects of both.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I take it Helena is just hoping that me and Emil don't go off the deep end.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
I honestly have faith that both of your curiosity will be sufficient to keep you with us at least until this particular mission is at its end. As it quite nearly is for me.
Yes, I have no reason to follow. I have no issues with the Camarilla, and nor have issues with Horatio and his politics of his city, not the Camarilla itself.
Exactly. Similarly with myself and Charles.
Mm-hmm.
And as I believe I implied, I bear you no ill will, Dawn, for the actions of others bearing the same name as your clan.
Oh no.
As far as I'm
Honestly,
aware, you have not tried to assassinate me, and for that, I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I could have killed you ages ago.
Yes, probably.
You used to be so weedy, I could just, like, snap you in half.
You're
Look
not
at you
helping me.
now. You did such a great job without me last time.
I did such a great job after you had done some work for me.
I don't think I landed a helm.
After you tanked an elder to the face.
Yeah, that did happen. No.
Post-tanking, he was no longer able to tank me to the face. Literally. All right. Well, I very much hope that's settled. If I learn any further information about either of these, or any of this, I will, of course, pass it on to you. And I look forward to continuing our relationship. Now, we get to enjoy the wait for either a meeting with another true Bruja, or a week to pass, and Helena will call us back.
We'll take our second break here, because you're going to get some messages that there will be a member of the True Bruja that will meet with you.
Be like,
Oh no.
and I was gonna be like, hey Ryan, did you find any good bars while you were out?
And let me put this in chat here, because that's another one I will probably butcher. Yay! Middle Eastern names. Al-muntaqim.
That sounds about right for how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Anyway, we'll go to our break here. Snack, drinks, bathroom break, anything like that you know, go ahead and take care of it, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. So, see you in a second, folks.